This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school baseball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Inning just ended. Do you want me to go? Just go with it? Do you want me to go to break, though? The inning just ended. All right. Thank you for your patience, folks, as we're here at Snowflake High School where the Page Sand Devils have already hit in the top half of the first inning. Kyler Matthews winds up striking out the side, but he gave up an infield hit and then a chopper down the left field line that wound up a double for Mason Yazzie that scored a run. In between all that, there's an error committed by Nate Hall, who had a ground ball that looked as if it was going to bounce into a double play situation, but he couldn't haul it in. Of course, you cannot assume the double play, but an earned run there scored regardless. The striking out the side, a good sign there for the Lobos that Matthews is missing spots, but it takes us into our Ace Hardware keys to the game. Anytime you're locked out of your car or just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week, call Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overgarden, Sholo, where the biggest key here is going to be just making sure that you're throwing strikes, as you saw a little bit of Matthews having a little bit of a hard time with the strike zone, and then making sure both teams are hauling it in. It's a pretty simple game. Get the ball over the plate, and then get the stops once they're forced into play. As Michael Gonzalez is out there right now getting his warm-ups in for the Sand Devils and going to come up against a Snowflake lineup that's looking to try and jump on this Page team that is not that far removed from picking up a win at Winslow. It held the Winslow to just 3 runs in that one, so this could be a relatively tall order here for Snowflake, as we will set it up for you as the Lobo lineup is going to come in. I beg your pardon. Those were the Ace Hardware keys to the game. Ace Hardware has a 24/7 locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week. Call Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo. Snowflake's lineup starts with Kyler Matthews who's pitching. Nate Hall, who had a little bit of a tough time in the top half of the first, looking to try to regain some mojo, hitting in the second spot while playing short. Graham Bawden's catching while hitting third. Tate Matthews is at first and hitting cleanup. Curtis Holm is in the 5-hole and playing third. Edge Bryant hits sixth while playing second. Kason Rogers is in the 7-hole and playing left field. Dax Wall is over at right while batting eighth. And Jackson Merrill rounds it out while playing center field. So dug in here to come up against Michael Gonzalez, Kyler Matthews, who struck out the side but comes in trailing 1-0, watches the first pitch miss high. Ball and no strikes to Matthews. Hitting from the left side, he watches that one miss a bit off the plate for ball 2. Had a very pitcher-friendly strike zone in the top of the first as the 2-0 pitch is on the way. That one, huge cut. Might have got a piece of that one, but couldn't catch up now. 2 balls and 1 strike to Matthews. As he swings at the 2-1, fouls it off the screen to the right side. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Squared up here, Gonzalez fell down 2-0, but has come right back and battled to make it evened up at 2-2 here, facing the first batter here in the bottom of the first. And has that one swung on and fouled directly back at us. Keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matthews hitting out of the leadoff spot, checks in with a .214 average, as he's trying to set the table here again, waiting a 2-2 pitch. Chopped foul this time to the right side. Snowflake wearing gray, got some pinstripes going down. Page wearing red tops and white pants. And the wind now picking up as it's blowing pretty aggressively in from left field, perhaps kind of swirling toward left and center, as another 2-2 pitch is again offered at and fouled back to the left side. Keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's now 3 2-strike foul balls here from Matthews, who's been hanging and trying to set it up here after he allowed a run though you could say from no fault of his own in the top half of the first. Takes a look at a breaking pitch that's trying to go backdoor. Page's dugout liked it a whole lot, but sitting right behind the plate here, I can tell you that was missing wide and runs the count full. Another 3-2. Swung on and hit high and deep to right center field. Benali's going back on it. He's going to watch this one fall in front of the track. Matthews already has the turnaround first, and he's going to stand up with a leadoff double. So a huge start here for the Lobos, and a great at bat from Matthews. As previously mentioned, gave up that run, but struck out the side in the first, hitting 214 out of the leadoff spot, but put a charge into that one to set it up now with the runner in scoring position for Hall, who again had 2 balls hit in his direction. The first one was a really tough play, as it was kind of angling to his left, was not hit hard directly over the hill, as Gonzalez takes a peek at second and then throws a breaking pitch behind Hall for ball 1. He was not flinching in the least, undaunted. The other one kind of caught him in an in-between hop, and I think a lot of coaches will tell you they want him to continue to come in and play that one. Instead, the ball kind of played him as the 1-0 is swung on off the fist, fouled off both batter and catcher, I believe. Squared up at 1-1. He's got Matthews now over at second. Again, the Page's run was earned. You cannot assume the double play. But you heard the Lobo dugout hoping for it as the 1-1 pitch is on the outside corner for strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes to Hall, who's standing there hitting .357. He's got a runner in scoring position representing the tying run. Matthews here in the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 Page. Takes a break for third. Instead, going the opposite direction and just missing extra bases as that one slices over the foul line and foul. Hall's got to make the trip back, as he had a great approach there. That ball was moving away from him in his home run happy development. A lot of guys might have tried to pull that. Instead, narrowly missing extra bases. He's back in the right-handed box and awaiting another 1-2 pitch. This one is rolled down the third base line. Going to be gloved by Tate. Throw it across, nowhere near in time. Tate may have been better served hoping that that one rolled foul. Instead, Snowflake with runners at first and second. And now conversation coming out of Page's dugout, wondering if that ball had caromed off of Hall, at least is going to get a conversation between the two umpires. This is an interesting question. Can we see that replay on the hit, most recent hit? They're going to say that he is safe. It certainly sounded chunky. That might have been just coming off of the loose dirt that's in front and around the plate. But the umpires talk about it, and now Bodden's got an opportunity. First and second, nobody out. This inning started with a double to the wall in right center field. And now swinging at the first pitch, back up the box, deflected by Gonzalez. He's going to do a great job keeping it in the infield, but now the bases are full of Lobos. That ball was stung, as Bodden, the catcher, is going to have a runner come out for him. That will be Greer. And the base is full for Tate Matthews. Snowflake's cleanup hitter. He's got Kyler Matthews over at third after his leadoff double. A couple of infield hits, though that one from Bodden was definitely looking for center field. And the first pitch is off the end of the bat, a breaking ball, swung on and fouled away for strike 1. Tate Matthews hitting .400. As that one's a called strike. 0-2 now. As he's second on the team, he's got 8 RBIs and up there hitting in the first inning with 2 in scoring position. As he swings and pulls this one to left field and deep. Back on it is Cummings, but this is getting over his head. 1-1's already rounded. Now a second. Now going to hold up the third, as it's a 2-run double. 4 straight Lobos have hit safely, and Snowflake takes a 2-1 lead. Tate Matthews nearly cleared him. That's the second extra base hit. Right now bookending a couple of infield hits. And Gonzalez, who's in there, initially trying to protect a one-run lead, but now trying to minimize the damage. As this one first pitch swinging and banged into left field. That's Hullum who's scored another. 5 straight hits safely here for Snowflake as that one misses the cutoff and rolls to the plate, allowing Hullum to take second. Three to 1, Snowflake in front as the defensive miscue has now 2 runners in scoring position again for the Lobos, and Edge Bryant takes one on the outside corner, the lefty. Then the count 0-1. Gonzalez with a 4.90 ERA coming in. This is his 4th appearance and 4th start. This one chopped over the hill and not going to be had by Scott. Another run comes in. This will go down as an error. So that breaks up the string of 5 consecutive hits for Snowflake. But a desperately needed first out is not had. And Kason Rogers will come up and hit, still with a runner in scoring position. The only player who's come up without an opportunity to drive in a run as Snowflake leads 4-1, as this one's popped foul back of the plate and going to make it out of play. It was Kyler Matthews who led off with that double. That, by the way, is a, what is that? Mountain Mobile Autoglass foul ball? Mountain Mobile Autoglass foul ball. 4-1, Snowflake leading in the bottom of the first. Page looking for its first out as this one is again banged down the left field line, though hooking foul. Go back to Matthews at bat. Battled to count 2-2, had 3 two-strike foul balls, and eventually was able to smash one to right center field. Hall likewise had a 1-2 count. Actually sent the runner a little hit and run, and he nearly slapped a double down the right field line as Gonzalez takes a peek, diving safely as Edge Bryant. So the Lobos haven't just been up there gripping and ripping. They've had to battle a couple of times. No outs as they're looking for a big first, as this one will get Rogers and load up the bases. And it looks like it might be it for Gonzalez. Coming out of the dugout here, initially seemingly making a signal. You got everybody from the infield who's there gathered together. So it's a Honda Ski and Outdoor Store player of the game, right? And the all right, it will be Gonzalez remaining on the hill as he is still looking for his first out, now 8 deep into this first inning. Snowflake leads 4-1. Dax Wall, Lobo right fielder, is up and hitting. As this one nearly hits him, that comes after Rogers was plunked to load the bases. Hullum's at third. He had an RBI single. Bryant's at second after an error got him aboard. And now swinging at the 1-1 and popping this one down the third baseline. The wind's playing with it. It's going to bring it back in play. Now everybody's got to make a run. They're going to get a force out over at third, but a 5th run comes across for Snowflake. Bryant is thrown out 5-6 after the misplayed, what turned into a fair ball. Rogers will move over to second, and on the fielder's choice, Wall goes to first. Jackson Merrill now completes the order for Snowflake, which leads 5-1. As he swings at the first pitch and rips this into the gap, that's going to go through left center. One run's coming around third. Now it's mishandled and allowing Merrill to take second. Wall moves over to third. Merrill will be credited with the single, but then takes second on an error. And here's the 10th Snowflake player to hit, and it's again Matthews. Still just one out. Runners in scoring position once again. Again, it was Matthews who remains the only Lobo who has hit in the first inning without runners in scoring position. His team now leads 6-1. Matthews, the starter, struck out the side in the first. That feels like a long time ago. He's got runners at second and third, still just one away, and a 1-0 pitch pulled, momentarily gloved by Whitehair, but that was hit so hard it's going to get into right field and score two more. A 2-run single for Matthews. Wall scored, Merrill scored. Get an appreciation for the inability to glove that base hit from Merrill. It would turn that into a 2-run single for Matthews, who has his first 2 RBIs. And it looks like now this will be the day for Gonzalez. 8-1, he's responsible for the runner over at first base. The Lobos leading here with still just one out in the first. And this is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
Moving over from shortstop is Kevin Sam. As I believe it's 0-2 to Nate Hall, who wound up dribbling one down the third baseline after he nearly had extra bases in his first at-bat here in the first inning. There's still just one out. Matthews is over at first. He just emptied the bags with a 2-run single to make it 8-1 Snowflake. Hall had a great at-bat that followed Matthews' great at-bat a long time ago in the first, as he's now again down 0-2 after that foul ball. And this one's banged right through the 3-4 hole and into right field. Another base hit for Snowflake. Moves Matthews over to second. And now here's Bodden. He scored a couple of correction, he did not score any runs. He loaded the bases with a base hit that was well hit right back up the box. As he swings at the first pitch and chops it foul, the runners were going. 8-1, Snowflake leading. This is the 12th batter that the Lobos have sent to the plate. Second for Kevin Sam, who's on in relief. Michael Gonzalez, coincidentally, has gone over to shortstop. As Sam, with a 1.17 ERA, this is his third appearance. Sets at the letters, takes a look at second, and then has that one at the bottom of the zone for strike 2. So he's definitely been in the zone. This is the second time a Lobo has been down 0-2, but it did not thwart Hall, as this one is in the dirt. Nice job there blocking that one with Mason Yazzie. A whole bunch of hitting here, as the only out that Page has been able to pick up was on a misplayed pop fly down the left field line just back at third. That was off of Wall's bat as he took first on the fielder's choice. And right now, Yazzi's being given a minute after that one might have found some flesh that lies unprotected. Ball and 2 strikes now. Bowden's back in. Another high set there for Sam as he deals. Curveball got him looking. Second out comes with runners at first and second. The Lobos already with 8 across, looking for more as Matthews banged the double over Andrew Cummings' head in left field. That scored 2 runs and started the merry-go-round.
You have a vision, a brand to build.
13th, good first pitch curveball there from Sam. Big cut from Matthews, couldn't catch up with it. 0-1. He was ahead 0-2 of his first 2. As he deals this one, top of the zone, fastball's fouled off to the right side. It's a Deemer's glass foul ball. There's an awful lot of windshields and such. Mountain Mobile. Mountain Mobile auto glass foul ball. That curveball just misses off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs, 2 on, 8 runs across here in the bottom of the first. Snowflake with the advantage. Is that one another great breaking pitch that's called strike 3. So the inning is over, but the damage is done. 8 runs scored on a whole bunch of hits. 13 up to bat here in the Snowflake half of the first. And after one, it is 8-1, Snowflake leading on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on italk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Up top of the second inning, first pitch from Matthews is swung on and missed there from Whitehair. It'll be Whitehair, Cummings, and Joseph Benali. 7, 8, 9 due up here for Page, which is trailing 8-1. The 0-1 on the outside corner for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes as Matthews struck out the side in the first, gave up a run after what looked to be a potential double play ball that couldn't be had. But minimize the damage. This one is lifted back of second. X actually going to nearly get had by a diving effort from Wall. Now trying to extend this out into a double, and a throw pulls Nate Hall off of the bag, and it will be a leadoff 2-bagger there for Whitehair. Dax Wall laid it all out. It came off the bat. It didn't look like it was going to give him a chance. I thought it was going to dump in front of him. Instead, this ball game in the 6 outs that have been recorded have had both pitchers having to navigate through all sorts of trouble with base runners on the bases and especially in scoring position. And after a leadoff double, here's Kellen Cummings, who watches this one catch the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike as Cummings waves at that one, running away from him. No balls and 2 strikes. This is Kellen Cummings, not to be confused with Andrew Cummings. He's up there looking for his first hit. This would potentially deliver a run as this one scoots to Bawden's right, but not thinking about anything, especially trailing 7. Remaining at second is Whitehair as the count runs to 1-2. The 1-2. Another great breaking pitch as that one is swung on and missed. Now the 4th out, or a strikeout, I beg your pardon, for Kyler Matthews. Staying at second is Whitehair. And now the 9-hole hitting Joseph Benali comes up. Cole Tate leading off and is ready to hit on deck. And that's of note because Snowflake sent 13 up in its half of the first. It leads 8-1 here in the second. Another breaking pitch. That one's on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Matthews here in the second has been leaning on that bender here at the bottom third of the lineup. He gave up the leadoff double that fell despite a great effort there from Wall, as this time the fastball is off the plate inside. A ball and a strike. Matthews started the Snowflake half of the first similarly to Whitehair with a double. Difference there, the Lobos were putting the ball in play as this one's off the end of the bat. And that's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. There we go. We're on the ball. 1-2. Trying to get the top of the zone. Misses a bit high. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Joseph Benali. He's got Whitehair over at first. Beg your pardon, second after his leadoff double. Trying to get a run across as this is fouled off to the right side. Nice job there by Benali timing that one. He, the senior, hitting 133. Only this would be his 3rd hit, but also score the 2nd run, which would be a huge deal. As instead, it's going to be the 5th strikeout as that one is swung on and missed. Matthews again going to the breaking pitch. As now 2 away. All 5 outs that Matthews has recorded have been of the punch-out variety. So here's Tate. He was one of those strikeout victims. He was called out looking to start the first. He's got a runner at second after the leadoff double from Whitehair. Now going to try to pick him off, throwing over the left shoulder, but said to be safe. Just giving him a look. The shadows have now overwhelmed our seat here behind home plate and have nearly made it to home plate. Wind still a bit of a factor as the first pitch now to Tate misses off the plate outside for ball 1. Tate hits 214 out of the leadoff spot. Again, trying to get this run in after the leadoff double from Whitehair. This one's running in on him. He somehow gets the bat around it. Popped up toward the pitcher's mound, and a diving play is not had. As coming off of first was Tate Matthews. Did not look like Kyler ever saw it. Matthews had his hand or his glove over his head, trying to shield the face, and it looked like he was able to put a shadow over all of it. But I just don't know if he ever saw it. We'll rule that one a hit because that was a tough play for Matthews coming off of first base. So now there's runners at the corner, still 2 out, and swinging at one, running in on the fist. That was Hunter Billa. Gets a piece of that one to chop it foul. Got this inning started with Whitehair, who sent a fly ball into short right center field. Dax Wall laid out, couldn't bring it in. Wound up with a double. Couple of strikeouts, and then a pop out to the pitcher's mound as the 0-1 misses off the plate outside, a ball and a strike. That would have been the first out that had been recorded that had not been a strikeout for Kyler Matthews. Now he's trying to deal with them on first and third. He takes a look at first, sets, deals a 1-1 that's on the outside corner for strike two. Ball and 2 strikes. Billa trying to extend this top of the second with his team down 8-1. And the 1-2 pitch with the runner going is swung on and missed. 6 strikeouts to start the ball game here for Kyler Matthews. No runs off 2 hits, 2 runners left on for Page. And after an inning and a half, it's Snowflake 8 and Page 1 on Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on italk1067.com.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Win 2 VIP tickets to see Grammy Award winner Jelly Roll with Post Malone, Jesse Murph, Clay Walker, the band Perry, and more. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving away the ultimate VIP Boots in the Park weekend, plus $1,000 cash. Insured customers get dinner, movies, or $100 tint certificate, and everyone is entered to win. Broken windshield? Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
Top of the second, Kevin Sam came in and was able to stop the bleeding after he gave up a base hit to Nate Hall, but then struck out Bodden, struck out Matthews, now ahead of the count against Hullum. Again goes with a curveball that misses after the first one I thought was a called strike, but right now the scoreboard's showing a ball and no strikes. It is 1-1. It'll be Hullum, Bryant, Rogers due up here for the Lobos, who lead 8-1. This one's off the plate. Not sure what that was. Might have been something of the change variety. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike here for Curtis Hullum, who had a base hit to left field that scored a run in the first. One of many, many Lobos to hit safely in that first inning as the 2-1 pitch is up in the eyes. He couldn't lay off. He's right away tapping his chest as saying that was his bad. They look so good up there is the problem. So even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sam came out and struck out both 2 of the 3 Lobos that he faced, as that one's off the plate outside to run the count full. The 3-2 pitch is off the plate outside. That, interestingly, is the first walk. Okay. Leadoff walk for Hullum. Bryant comes up. He got aboard with a chopper that was not had by Kyan Scott over at second. 8-1 lead here for Snowflake as the first pitch to Bryant, the lefty, is around the shoe tops. Moves him off the plate a bit. 1 ball and no strikes. Bryant eventually would be thrown out at third after a misplayed pop-up, and this one off the fist, going to carry him off of Sam's glove and roll towards second, and going to not be in time and might have pulled light hair off the bag. I was surprised that Gonzalez, who's moved over to short, even made an effort on that one. We'll credit Bryant with the base hit. as the Lobos, who had 8 runs in the first inning, again in business. Rogers will come up and hit with runners at first and second and nobody out. It was not until the 8th batter in the first inning did Snowflake have an out retired. Taking a look at a break-in pitch, Rogers watches that one catch the inside corner for strike 1. Both Sam and Matthews over the last 5 or 6 outs have been really relying on that breaking ball. There's a big lead taken over at second. Now coming to the plate about halfway to third is Hollum. 1 ball and 1 strike as that one's off the plate away. Over at first, Whitehair playing behind Bryant. He's got a pretty good lead too. When one pitch is swung on and missed. Right now, all of Kevin Sam's attention is on the batter, which isn't a bad idea, but he's not giving his middle infielders much help, with Hollum over there getting a bigger and bigger lead. His secondary lead, again, is taking him most of the way to third as that 1-2 pitch is swung on and popped up back a second. Running in on this one is 3 different Sand Devils, as now fall in the midst of them, and then the throw wildly going beyond Scott at second, and it's going to take a diving effort from Cole Tate to prevent that from getting into the dugout. So a blue pit loads the bases. And here's Dax Wall. He popped up back a third, and the wind blew it back in play. Ultimately led to a force out at third. That was Bryant. As he swings at the first one and has that one pulled down the third base line and fair. Hollum's in to score. Edge Bryant's getting waved around, and now going to hold up Rogers at third with a double that scores 2 and makes it 10-1. Snowflake's in front here in the bottom of the second. Here's Jackson Merrill. He also had one ripped into left field. That was in the first. As he took second after the ball was misplayed in left, eventually came around and scored on a base hit. Pitch was up around the front shoulder for ball 1. As they're again going with the breaking ball and Sam, is this one able to take the turn, go over the inside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, still no out. 4 straight Lobos start the second by getting aboard as the 1-1 misses in the dirt. Had a leadoff walk to Hollum. He's since come around and scored. Bryant singled to short as that one caromed off of Sam's glove. It was pretty well hit. Rogers had a base hit to right field. That one blooped and dropped in as the 2-1 pitch is chopped foul. And then Wall's screamer down the third baseline in for a double. Scored 2, make it 10-1. And now Merrill trying to keep the hitting going. After 13 Lobos came up to hit in the first, you got 4 straight who've hit to start the second, and Merrill trying to battle with 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 runners in scoring position as he's able to fight off and spoil that breaking pitch. Stay alive at 2-2. Go back to the first inning. Matthews had a 2-2 count, wound up filing off 3 2-strike pitches before he started the scoring for the Lobos with a leadoff double. Eventually would come around on a base hit as the 2-2 pitch is off the plate wide. Run the count full. He would eventually score on Matthews, Tate Matthews, 2-run double. And that's really when the scoring got started. But the leadoff double set the tone. Now there's 2 runners aboard, already 2 runs across in the fourth. The payoff pitch. Called, third strike, another breaking ball. 3rd strikeout there for Sam. And that'll bring up Matthews for the 3rd time here in an inning and a 3rd. He's got runners at 2nd and 3rd. Rogers is over at 3rd. Walls at 2nd as the first pitch trying to get the top of the zone, but misses a bit upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. 10-1, Snowflake with the lead. Rogers with the double and a base hit as this one trying to get the bottom of the zone, but misses a bit downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Sam a little frustrated out there. was able to get the first out. That came after 4 straight Lobos got aboard and a leadoff walk. The 2-0 pitch is a breaking ball that was swung on and missed. Shadow has nearly made it to home plate. So the hitting job could become a little bit tougher here shortly, as this one off the handles on a check swing. Going to check third. Now he's got 2 over at third, but nobody is there taking a look, so he's going to throw it off to his third baseman, who in self-defense is able to grab that one, and then Tate eventually goes over to second and a covering Scott. You don't get an extra out for it looking clean, but that one will be a fielder's choice off of the check swing ground ball to the pitcher, who eventually retires Dax Wall. 1-5-4. Well off the third baseline there was Rogers, which gave Sam his moment of pause and thought he had an opportunity to get the lead runner. Eventually gets one out of scoring position, so there's 2 away now. Is this one a late break and going to go ahead and throw this one through? Now going to start the run down between first and second. Now coming home and just in time to throw out Rogers at the plate. So the delayed steal is not successful, and that will go as a 2-6-3-2 put out. Snowflake does score 2 off of 3 hits and leaves a runner, and after 2 now leads 10-1. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
Well, it took an awful lot of extra steps, but Page is able to minimize the damage. Only gave up 2 runs in the second. Now trails 10-1 and sending 3-4-5. Sam, who started the second out of the inning by gloving a check swing ground ball, has that one on the outside corner for strike 1. Then after that check swing ground ball, Kyler Matthews is up there having struck out 6 through 2 innings. Tried a delayed steal. Is that one on the inside corner. Sam didn't like it, but he's back in there now, 0-2. Kyler Matthews has what we call a broadcaster's pace. He's already dealing the 0-2, and that's waved at and missed, and now 7 strikeouts through 2 1/3 innings. I'll let you do the math. 1 out, nobody on. He struck out the first batter in the first inning before he was kind of victimized by some ground balls that had eyes. Nobody aboard here as a breaking pitch is swung on and missed by Mason Yazzie. He doubled in the first inning and scored a run. And that is the extent of the Page offense thus far. The 0-1. Chopped to the left side, but foul. Mountain Mobile foul ball. Auto glass and tint, that is. But no balls and 2 strikes to Yazzie. Is to say that that was the extent of Page's offense. That was the extent of the scoring, as the 0-2 was off the plate outside. Last inning, Whitehair started with a double, wound up with runners at first and third after Tate had a base hit to the first base side. But they would be stranded as another great breaking pitch is taken a look at, that's 8 strikeouts. All of the outs thus far that have been recorded by Matthews have been Ks. As he's leading 10-1. He has given up 4 hits. But what's more interesting? A no-hitter, a perfect game, or every out being a punch-out? As this one is hit to right, that's going to break the trend, as that's the first out that is retired without it being a strikeout. But it's a 1-2-3 inning for Matthews. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. And after 2.5, Snowflake leads 10-1. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down.
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, Snowflake has successfully scored in each of the first 2. Kind of ran into some trouble in the second, where that one involved the first 4 Lobos getting on. 2 runs came across on a Dax Wall double. Had runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. As Sam, in on relief, uses a breaking ball but misses inside. It's going to be 2, 3, and 4, Hall, Bodden, and Matthews. But you go back to that 2nd inning, and Snowflake, which has a 9-run lead, is right now trying to get this into run-ruling territory. As the 1-0 is off the plate outside, 2 balls and no strikes. He eventually had a check swing grounder after the strikeout, as that one nearly hits Hall. He again is not the least bothered. 3 balls and no strikes to him. Where Rogers went too far down the third base side, it turned into a 1-5-4 putout after Wall had ventured too close to third. That was the 2nd out. And then the delayed steal did not provide any fruit, as this one caroms off of Sam and then all the way into right field. To give you an idea about how hard that ball was hit off of Hall's bat. Off of the leg and then into right field. Going to have a quick conversation with his dugout. He's a tough dude, Kevin Sam. That thing was hit very, very hard. I think that came off of his front leg and then rolled all the way into right. So leadoff is again on for Snowflake, 3rd time in as many innings as this one's pulled. Glove there at 3rd by Tate. Now trying to double it up over at 1st, but instead is going to throw this one between the lines. Hall had gone all the way back to 1st to try to avoid the double play. Instead, will take 2nd on the error, but a great play there from Tate, who hung up just long enough to snow cone that before he was eventually getting a little bit greedy, trying to get the double play ball. He, in fact, might have had a little bit more time. So a quick out here, relatively speaking, for Snowflake, as the first pitch to Tate Matthews misses low and outside. First inning, Snowflake didn't have an out recorded until the 8th batter. Sent 4 up before an out was recorded in the 2nd. already with one away, but a runner in scoring position. And Sam's on the outside corner for strike one. Sam checked in when the Page defense was hemorrhaging runs. Gave up a base hit that put a runner in scoring position, but then struck out the final 2 outs as this one, twisting, swung on, foul, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. Will not need the call, but they're there and ready for it. Makes it a ball and 2 strikes to Matthews. Matthews 1 for 2. He had a 2-run double his first trip in the first inning, and then was struck out looking with a great curveball from Sam to complete the first. Was the 13th batter in that frame. Down 1-2. Again a curveball. This time was pulled over toward third. Had by Tate. Gloved and thrown across in time to get the second out. Over to third there on some nice base running from Hall. So here's Holum. He started the second with a walk, eventually scored. Had an RBI single to the left in the first. After a 1-2-3 inning from Page, from Snowflake, this one swung on and hit off the end, and running underneath that one is Cummings at left. Just missing the barrel. Sam was able to get that one up, hung up enough for Andrew Cummings to run underneath it and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on, and a spectacular play in left field from Andrew Cummings. Retires the Lobos, and through 3, Snowflake still leads 10-1. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Win 2 VIP tickets to see Grammy Award winner Jelly Roll with Post Malone, Jesse Murph, Clay Walker, the band Perry, and more. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving away the ultimate VIP Boots in the Park weekend, plus $1,000 cash. Insured customers get dinner, movies, or $100 tint certificate, and everyone is entered to win. Broken windshield? Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
After his great play in left field, Andrew Cummings is going to start the 4th inning for Page, which is trailing 10-1. First pitch from Matthews, who has 8 strikeouts, is on the outside corner for strike 1. Struck out to complete the first, did Cummings. But so often, especially since SportsCenter became a thing, got the guy who made the great defensive play, comes up and starts something offensively as he swings at the 1-0. I thought that was a ball, but it's now shown on the scoreboard. No balls and 2 strikes. This one in the dirt. Nice job by Bodden to block. Makes it a ball and 2 strikes. That first pitch was indeed a strike. So 1-2. Matthews, who just recently had the first out recorded that was not entirely his responsibility, as he's got his 9th strikeout, chasing a breaking pitch in the dirt outside was Cummings. So his hero shot will not continue. As instead, here's Whitehair, who doubled to start the second. That was also nearly a spectacular play from an outfielder. That time it was Dax Wall who had gone Superman to try to stop that thing when it didn't seem like it came off his bat. It was going to be hit well enough to even get out there as he swings at the first pitch and misses for strike 1. He eventually would be stranded at third. Got 1 run in the first 4 hits here for Page, trailing 10-1 as this one's chopped foul to the left. Now no balls and 2 strikes to Whitehair. Whitehair now hitting a shade above 143 after that was his 3rd hit on the season. Wind picking up a little bit as the shadow has overwhelmed all of the area around home plate. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. That's 10 strikeouts now for Whitehair. That's also now 7 straight retired. Correction, 6 straight retired, of which 5 have been strikeouts. On the heels of a 1-2-3 inning in the 3rd, looking for another one is here's Cummings, Kellen Cummings, who takes a breaking pitch for strike 1. 0-1, 10 strikeouts for Kyler Matthews. Swung on and missed that one. Couldn't get around on the inside part of the plate. Now no balls and 2 strikes. Coach Bodden said it was important for Matthews to make sure he's in the strike zone. And he's been there. As the 0-2 is flipped down the left field line, but foul. Count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. 10-1. Snowflake leading here, top of the 4th. An 8-run first inning has done most of the damage as Matthews readies another 0-2 pitch. One looking for the bottom of the zone. All the Lobos thought it was there, but instead they're going to have to stick around for at least one more. Graham Bodden started walking away from the plate. That's not a way to make a friend with the guy that you're going to spend so much time with. There's now 1 ball and 2 strike pitches. Swung on and missed, make it 11. 11 strikeouts through 4 innings for Kyler Matthews. Another 1-2-3 inning, 7 straight set down, as this is a 10-1 ball game going into the bottom of the 4th in Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today. You have a
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Snowflake leading 10-1. Sam has given up 2 runs after he came on in relief. First pitch was outside. Now comes inside to Edge Bryant, who's been aboard twice. Had a base hit in the 2nd and eventually came around and scored. That's the last run that Snowflake has scored after it looked like the barn doors had been thrown open for good. But Sam's done a pretty good job of minimizing damage. As the 2-0 is low, 3 balls and no strikes. Through the first 3 innings, the Lobos have been able to get the leadoff runner aboard. It was Matthews' leadoff double in the first, a walk in the 2nd from Hollum, and then a base hit from Hall, though he was stranded at 3rd as the 3-0 pitch is on the inside corner. Bryant nods in agreement, makes it 3 balls and 1 strike. Sam readies the 3-1. It's on the outside corner for strike 2. Bryant taking a look inside his dugout. It's got to go. Runs the count full. Had a great play at third after Hall's leadoff single as the payoff pitch fought off and flipped into right center field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Hard turnaround first. Bryant's trying to stretch this into a double. The throw is cut off, and he is going to be able to speedily do so. That was not an easy pitch to get the barrel on, as it was tumbling out of the hitting zone pretty quickly. He got his hands there fast, and then did not hesitate around first, as he's over there representing the 10-run differential. Leadoff double, all 4 innings. Snowflake has been able to get the leadoff man aboard. Now Rogers will come up and hit from the right side with a runner in scoring position, as this one hits him. So here's Dax Wall. Wall doubled in the second to score 2. Runners going as he swings and bangs this one into center field. That's going to bring home the 11th run. Throw goes to third to make sure nobody gets any ideas. This Wall makes it 11-1 Snowflake. Jackson Merrill, who's 1 for 2, had a base hit and took second on an error from Andrew Cummings, who had a great play to end the third, as that one's thrown over to second. Diving back safely is Rogers. Merrill struck out looking in the second. It was the first out of that inning, as this one swung on and missed. He took a big cut. It was a breaking ball that was running away from him. He's down in the count 0-1. Runners at first and second, still nobody out here for the Lobos. As Sam deals another curveball, this one in the dirt. Ball and a strike. One. Fought off to the right side. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Top of the order, due up. As Merrill steps back in. Now brought his average up over 200 with his base hit today. The 1-2 pitch is going to do more as he hits this one into left field. Holding up there after the ball was misplayed by Cummings, but not enough to allow for the Lobos to get too greedy. The bases will be full for Matthews. Matthews making his 4th trip to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th. His team leads 11-1. There's still no outs. Had that 3rd inning with the leadoff base hit from Hall, who eventually was stranded at third, as the first pitch is on the outside corner, a breaking ball for strike 1. But then a line out to third, a ground out to third, and that great diving play in left as the 0-1 is swung on and fouled to the left. Nothing in 2 now to Matthews, who's 2 for 3. He got aboard with the fielder's choice that eventually was a 1-5-4 second out back at second that got Wall, who's currently standing at second. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. That's the 4th strikeout for Sam. Bases remain full of Lobos. And here's Nate Hall, also making his 4th trip to the plate. He's 3 for 3. He's got base hits. Base hit in the first, put runners at first and third. Base hit in the first in his 2nd trip to the plate, put runners at first and second as the first pitch to him misses low. And then he started the 3rd with that base hit to right. He's been willing to go opposite field here in all of his at-bats. Prior to getting that infield hit in the first, he nearly had extra bases on a hit and run that was almost pushed down the right field line fair, but just a couple of inches foul as this breaking ball is on the inside corner to make it a ball and a strike. 11-1, Snowflake leading. As I believe this puts it into run rule territory. Still got all sorts of opportunities as the 1-1 pitch misses outside. Already with one run across. Rogers, who was hit by a pitch, is over at third. Wall is at second. He scored the 11th run with a base hit to center. And Merrill's at first. He had a base hit to left. Matthews struck out as the 2-1 pitch is another breaking ball that misses high. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Hall. Came in today hitting .357, but that's gone sky high after his 3-for-3 start. He's looking for more. The 3-1. Swung on and lifted to center. Benali starts ranging to his left. He's there, but tacking up at third, Rogers is going to come in and score. And now, after that ball was caroming off of Scott, Wall will take third. Remaining at first is Merrill. A sacrifice fly scores Snowflake's 12th. And here's Bodden hitting with runners on the corners. 12-1. Snowflake, which scored 8 in the first, has run and hid at this point. As this one swung on, is going to find daylight going through the 5-6 hold. And the 13th run will come across after the RBI single. Advancing over to second is Merrill. There are 2 outs here in the Lobo half of the 4th. 13-1 the Lay lead as Sam is ready to face his 8th batter here in the 4th inning, and it's the cleanup hitting Tate Matthews. First pitch to him is on the outside corner for strike 1. Matthews didn't like it, but it's 13-1. And I think a lot of people involved are starting to think about where they are going to spend their evening. Which is to say that the strike zone might be getting pretty big, and he's going to bang the 0-1 pitch into left field. Waving a runner initially around third as it's cut off there by Tate. Merrill stays at third. Bodden takes second, and again the bases are full of Lobos. Second time here today that Snowflake has batted around as Holland's going to step in. He has scored twice, most recently after his leadoff walk in the second. He was robbed a base hit by Andrew Cummings to complete the third, as that one is on the outside corner for strike 1. 13-1, Snowflake leads, as that's also on the outside corner. 2 good breaking pitches there from Kevin Sam as he's 1 strike away. Holland trying to avoid leaving him full, as he's got 2 curveballs that caught the outside corner. What's he looking for this time as the 0-2 pitch is chopped over the hill and into center field. 2 runs will score. Matthews stays at second. Snowflake sent 13 to hit in the first inning, and this would be the 10th, but it looks like there's going to be another pitcher coming in. We'll have that for you after this, as it's 15-1 Lobos lead. It's Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down.
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Win 2 VIP tickets to see Grammy Award winner Jelly Roll with Post Malone, Jesse Murph, Clay Walker, the band Perry, and more. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving away the ultimate VIP Boots in the Park weekend, plus $1,000 cash. Insured customers get dinner, movies, or $100 tint certificate, and everyone is entered to win. Broken windshield? Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today.
Begay's end to pitch for Page, which is trailing 15-1. Snowflake is having its 10th batter up in the 4th inning. That's Edge Bryant, who started it with the double to right. 2-0 pitch is sent again into right field. Nice job there running the bases as holding up. Oh, now hold up. Now you got the Lobos, who ran into trouble in the 3rd. Well, that was the 2nd. Beg your pardon. I can't keep track of all of the changes I've had to make to my scorebook. That will only load the bases. Matthews and Holm each had aggressive turns around their respective bags, 3rd and 2nd. As Begay checks in, having inherited those 2 runners. Still looking for that final out in the 4th, trailing 15-1. And now it's Rogers, who was hit by a pitch earlier in this 4th inning. Like all but 2 Lobos, is coming up for the 4th time in 4 innings. The only 2 are Wall and Merrill, who are on deck and in the hole respectively, as the first pitch is inside, but leading 14, there's no reason to roll dice. And staying over there at 3rd is Matthews. 1-0 to Kason Rogers, who's twice been hit by pitches. Was also struck in the 1st. From the windup, Begay is on the outside corner to the lefty for strike 1. You know what? That is a pinch hitter. This is Barrera up there and hitting from the left side. As that pitch misses high, 2 balls and a strike. So Barrera checks in, pinch hitting, getting his 14th at bat on the season. His .231 on the year. He's got all sorts of opportunities here with the bases full and a 14-run lead. As the 2-1 pitch from Begay is outside and high. 3 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs, bases are full. Snowflake has already pushed 4 runs across here. Correction, make it 5 runs across here in the 4th, but looking for some more. 3-1. Outside, that'll force in a run. All right, I was wrong. That was not the 4th ball, but that one was. I'm not sure what happened. Now Page still got his momentarily curious. I think that caught a lot of people off guard, but nonetheless. 12th batter comes up, and this is Wall, who is indeed hitting for himself, and the first pitch misses high. 16-1 after that walk and RBI for Barrera. As the 1-0 is a breaking ball that's at the top of the zone. Wall doesn't like it, but again, it's 15-run differential. And the 1-1 pitch is off the fist. Off the glove there from Begay, who's not going to be able to do anything with it. and another run will come in. Another RBI for Wall. Bases remain full, 17-1. As this one's on the outside corner for strike one. Jackson Merrill comes up now to hit for the fourth time. He's 2 for 3. He struck out in the second. This one swung on and missed as he's being challenged by Begay. Gave a little hat tip to him after he came after that fastball. Now down to the count 0-2. Begay deals. One blocked by Yazzie. Has now gone Tony Pena behind the plate. He's had a busy day with the Lobos pushing 17 runs across, and now a 1-2 pitch. Ripped right at Cole Tate, who's got his second catch after leaving the floor. And the side is eventually retired. Second time today that Snowflake sends 13 to the dish. And now leads 17-1 after 4. It is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share. You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
Kyler Matthews looking to put a bow on this one. He has 11 strikeouts. His only out that was not recorded via the punch was a fly out to end the third. That was Michael Gonzalez. He's facing Benali and then the top of the order and Tate and Billas. The first pitch is on the outside corner for strike one. Benali has struck out once. No Sand Devil has avoided striking out. It's the 0-1 pitch is plate and outside and off the backstop and caroming all the way back to the cutout, making a ball and a strike. I don't know how many pitches Matthews has thrown. Usually when you're striking out 11 at a time, the pitch count starts to become a bit of a thing. The 1-1 misses outside. Coach Bodden told us before the game that it's going to be important to make sure that he was in strike zone. He's got great stuff, as you can see. But sometimes loses the zone. So taking a look at his warm-ups, he was missing a lot of stuff to the glove side. The 2-1 pitch that misses arm side. Makes it 3 balls and a strike. The 16-run lead here in the 5th inning. Just 3 outs away from ending this one early, so to speak. That's a 3-1. Down the tube. Make the count full. Benali struck out in the second. He's trying to avoid multiple opportunities. Cannot do so as he thought that was ball 4. Instead, that is strikeout number 12. And that steps up Cole Tate, who was the first strikeout victim. Matthews struck out the side in the first, gave up a couple of infield hits and then a double, but then struck out the side in the second. Struck out the side in the fourth. That was a 1-2-3 strikeout situation. He's now struck out 12 of the 13 outs that have been recorded. Here's the top of the order. Seeing if third time is indeed the charm. 1 out as he's got his sign, sets, and delivers on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. The zone, as the lead has increased, has expanded. This one chopped, gloved by Matthews, stumbles, still has time, and throws it over to other Matthews. And there's the second out that was not a strikeout. And Page is down to its final opportunity. That'll come up with Hunter Billa, who scored the only run. Matthews with 12 strikeouts through 4 2/3 innings of work. First pitch to Billa is off the plate outside. 1-0. As the Lobos lead 17-1 here in the top of the 5th. That one fouled back, making a ball and a strike. The biggest story coming into this 5th inning was how many Ks would Matthews finish with. It's 12, as that one's up in the eyeball region. Takes that one for ball 2 to Billa. Hit 154 out of this 2-hole. The 2-1 pitch, outside corner, and Page is down to its final strike. The 2-2. Called strike 3, and that's how it ends. Matthews finishes with 13 strikeouts. His team wins 17-1 as we'll start wrapping it up after this. It is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on italk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Snowflake wins 17-1. Twice the Lobos sent 13 to the plate. Once, first occurred in the first inning, and then again in the 4th. As lots of hitting to talk about, but as we consider the glass-shattering hit of the game, I think if we go back to the first inning. And Tate Matthews' 2-run double really kind of set the tone. That came after Kyler Matthews doubled to start. Nate Hall had a seeing-eye ground ball that was would put runners at first and third. And then Bodden hit a ball that was pretty well stung but deflected by Michael Gonzalez, but loaded the bases. And then Matthews doubled to left. Really got things going. So that'll be the Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game. If you need glass for your home or business, Deemer's Glass at Lakeside is hands down the best place to call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. The Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store player of the game for the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear. Go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor Store north of Pine Top on Highway 260 just before you get to the Honda Casino. Pretty tough to make a case for anybody besides Kyler Matthews, who gave up a run. It was a little bit of a controversial sort of run, as there was an infield hit in the first inning that was subsequently followed by a chopper to short that Nate Hall seemed as if he had a beat on, but kind of took an in-between hop and got by him. You can't assume the double play, and he eventually would give up a run on a Mason Yazzie double. But he wound up striking at the side in the first, winds up striking out 13 of the 15 outs recorded, and he will go down as the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game. As the final score here at Snowflake, 17-1, the Lobos beat Page. As we thank our sponsors, Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce, Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overgarden, Sholo, the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports Store, Northland Pioneer College, Summit Regional Medical Center, Comfort Dentures, Allegra in Sholo, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Thank you so much for spending some of your Tuesday with us. 17-1, our final call here at Snowflake, as we wish you a very good evening.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school baseball on iTalk 106.7, KNKI Pine Top, and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without express written consent of iTalk 106.7 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games